AI data centers are now coming online. So the demand is ramping up at a huge scale at the same time the production is going down. And NERC is saying by 2028, we're going to have a gap of something like 83 gigawatts of power between
Wow.
production and demand. And to put that in perspective, New York City consumes 5.5 gigawatts. So we're looking at what, 15, 18 New York cities worth of power? That's the gap across the entire country. And they're predicting rolling blackouts across large portions of the US on high demand, in high demand situations like heat waves or bad winter storms. In other words, this is going to cause people to die, but it's also going to cause havoc with the data centers and with businesses across every business sector. So we have to raise this flag and let people know that this is a thing. You really need to consider it.
Yeah, it's incredible because I'm just trying to think of what you're saying there, and if you actually look at human history, when the owners of the Titanic are responsible for their own safety or the safety of the craft, it didn't end so well, right? They cut corners, and it almost seems like in this hyperscale market of data centers, we've been rapidly deploying data centers around the world, and yet no one's really policing the maintenance of these. We're just in a hyperscale mode, which is just add more volume, increase capacity, add more users, and then the Netflix and the YouTubes of the world are just consuming more data. Every company's using more data, but no one's really paying attention to the architecture and the infrastructure that really supports, that's really the engine of this machine, right?
Yes. And while, that's a great analogy as far as the Titanic. They were depending on the owners to provide adequate safety for all of the passengers, and obviously they did not. So they weren't really working in the best interests of their clients. They were working in their own best interests.
Right.